Freud once said, most people do not really want freedom because freedom involves responsibility. Well, today, he'd probably just call you an NPC.
Yeah, and look, we get it. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep. Same routine, same choices, same loop. Life quietly scripts you, and you don't even notice you're being pushed into the background of your own life.
But that doesn't mean you're lazy or even broken. What it means is that the system is strong, and the script, it's seductive.
And here's the twist. It's not fixed. You can override it. You can rewrite the entire thing and step into your actual role as the main character of your own life.
And that's what this video is all about. Not a hustle, not a hype, just the 5 real moves people make when they finally stop looping and start leading.
And it's grounded in psychology, especially the work of Alfred Adler. He believed you're not just shaped by the past, you're pulled by the future you choose to build.
So, if you've been feeling like an NPC in your own story, scripted, stuck, sidelined, this might be the moment everything starts changing for you.
In that case, let's press start.
Now, you might not see the script, but you feel it. That quiet sense of, is this really it? Same job, same thoughts, same replies when someone asks how you're doing. Can't complain, same old, same old.
It's the script of survival, stability, but it wasn't written for you. It was written around you. Family expectations, social pressure, fear dressed up as logic.
And let's be honest, most of us didn't choose this path. We just absorbed it, and over time, it's become automatic.
And psychology's got a name for this. It's called learned helplessness. You try, nothing changes. So eventually, you just stop trying.
Yeah.
You settle, and then you end up looping.
Yeah, but Alfred Adler, he saw it differently. He said, you're not stuck, you're striving. And your job isn't to stay safe, it's to grow.
So exactly who was Adler? He started out working alongside Freud, but he broke away. Freud, he looked backwards. Jung, he looked inwards. And Adler, he looked forward.
He focused on what gives life meaning, so contribution, courage, community. He believed that people don't just want to feel happy, they want to feel they matter.
He wasn't interested in labels. No. He asked, are you choosing your life or just reacting to it?
And that's why he's at the center of this episode, because if you feel like you're following a story you didn't write, Adler is the guy who hands you the pen back. Let's talk about mindset. So not in a cheesy positive vibes only way, but in a how you interpret reality kind of way.
Yeah, let's touch on a little bit of science. Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, she found that how people interpret failure changes everything. She called it mindset. And there are 2 main types of mindset.
A fixed mindset says, this is who I am. I'm not a business person. I'm not good with tech. I could never charge that much.
It's not truth, it's self-protection. It's the voice of the old script trying to keep you small.
A growth mindset, however, says, I'm not there yet, but I'm moving, or I failed, so what can I learn? It's the mindset of someone rewriting the story in real time.
And here's the key. People with growth mindsets weren't better at the start. They just kept going. They took failure informationally, not personally.
That's how you stop repeating scenes and start editing. You turn I failed into what did I miss? You move from looping to learning.
Every story has a structure, and the worst ones are written by accident.
So let's ask, are you reacting to life or designing it?
And if your days are all blurred together, if you feel like you're sleepwalking through someone else's expectations, that's how you recognize that old script.
But here's the thing, you're allowed to step out of character, aren't you? You're allowed to ask, what do I want the plot to be?
And that story, it starts with values, not slogans, No affirmations, but real anchors.
Yeah. Values are how you know you're making progress or just moving in circles.
So if you've just realised this isn't my script, that's not a crisis, that's your moment of clarity. You're not broken, you're just becoming.
So here's how you take back the pen. 5 moves. Excavate, firstly. Find the beliefs that aren't yours. Secondly, reveal. Say them out loud. Then we've got reclaim. Choose your values. Then design. Build your plan. And finally, act. Move before you feel ready.
So let's break it down.
Excavate means getting honest about what you inherited. I used to believe, for example, that being valuable meant being endlessly available. Say yes, be nice, don't rock the boat. But that belief wasn't mine, it was just absorbed.
And reveal means naming it. Name it out loud, because you can't change what you refuse to face.
Yeah, definitely. And reclaim, that means choosing your own values. What actually matters to you, not what kept the peace.
Now, design is where it gets really exciting. You stop waiting for a rescue and you then start building the life that fits you.
And act, that's where 90% of people get stuck. They wait to feel ready. And spoiler, you won't.
So you move anyway. It might be a bit wobbly, uncertain, possibly unfinished. And certainly it'd be unfinished because forward is still forward.
Let's bring this to life. Alex Smeretsniak had a classic script. He had a corporate job. He got steady promotions. Success.
But deep down, he knew he wanted time freedom, not titles, so he left. And he started a laundry service. Yeah, you heard that, really. And he called it 2U Laundry. Now he's turned that into a multi-million-pound business.
He flipped the script and the world didn't end. It actually opened up for him.
And that first move doesn't need to be dramatic. It can be just starting a side hustle, knocking doors, offering admin help, or even selling brownies. Something real, something small, and most importantly, it's got to be yours.
And that first 1,000, it's not income, it's ignition. It's the first page of a new chapter. Nobody hands you a new life. You write it one page at a time.
You don't outgrow stuck, you outmove it. You don't need a vision board, you need a sentence, a step, and a decision.
Say no to what pulls you off course, what drains you, distracts you, or doesn't reflect who you are. Say yes to something uncertain, something that stretches you. Try it, even if it's messy.
You're not a character in someone else's plot. Your job is to be the author.
So if this resonated, don't let it fade. Do one thing today. Write down a belief that isn't yours. Then write one sentence you do believe.
And that's the start of a new draft. It's not perfect, not polished, but importantly, it's yours.
Yeah. Hit subscribe if you're done living by someone else's script. We've got more tools every week, and one of them might be your next scene change.
Yeah, so stick around. Your next chapter's waiting.
And it starts when you pick up the pen.